Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shijun Wang. Today I'm going to talk about the Brahms Intermezzo, Opus 118, number 3. It's been a while, it's been 3 weeks since I uploaded my last video, and as you can see, I'm in a new room, plain white wall. I haven't put my decorations upon the walls. This is only the second week of my new semester at the new school. So I was really buried with emails and new faculty training and of course scheduling, meeting my new students. So I was very busy. So I hope I will go back to the routine of updating weekly from now on. So we talked about number 1 and number 2, and if you're new to this video, I urge you to look at the first video, which talks about the overall generic structure of the piece. Yeah, basically every single piece in this, every single one of the 6 is connected with this motive, a major second and then a minor second. Even number 2, right, which is a totally different character, but it's a major second and a minor second, and again major second, minor second. So that's why Schoenberg claims that Brahms is a progressive, because he learned from the treatment, the motivic treatment of Brahms. Okay, so about this piece, first of all, it's deceivingly difficult. It might not sound very difficult because there are other pieces by Chopin or Liszt that has many chords, but this is a little bit different. Usually when Liszt or Chopin write a lot of chords, the texture is just chord. Yeah, chordal, a lot of chords. But this one, yes, it sounds like a collection of many octaves and chords. However, it's really maybe a texture of string quartet, if not more. It has many layers. Yeah, yum bum bum. That's the main melody. And then we have a bass. Circle fifths. Okay? And then we have these chords happening in the middle. It's really rare. Usually the chords happening either at the bass or at the very top. But and what's even more difficult is that it's a teamwork between the left hand and the right hand, right? It's almost like a Bach fugue where the middle voice, you have to use the 2 psalms to play. So first of all, since the chords are in the middle voice and it's not melody, it's it's the motive of rhythm and atmosphere. So we don't pound the chords. They should not. They should not be pounded. It's actually quite light if you want this to be heard. And secondly, we have to keep the same articulation between the right hand and the left hand, because often I hear students play and left hand becomes lazy. And by lazy, I mean they're longer, they don't have the same energy with the right hand. And then of course I really don't think the quarter note with a staccato sign is the same as this. So not only they're a tiny bit longer, they're deeper, they're the bass. teacher, Mr. Kalkstein, he mentioned how Brahms had big belly, and he said it's filled with beer, and of course, that's the bass. And later on when when he was old and famous, he often has this big belly and play with a cigar. Yeah, we have all seen. I think I have that photo hanging in my the bedroom of the piano room in my previous home. So a little feeling of that. A person from northern Germany, short but very masculine, very strong, with that big belly. This opening motive lasted for about 10 measures, and then everything changed. So first of all, we went from forte to piano. So dynamically it's changed. And also we went from staccato to legato. Even this middle. And the left hand went from the note value, and also the fourth layer Brahms added pedal, and he didn't really he didn't micromanage, he didn't give a pedal marking, but he just put pedal, one pedal. Of course he didn't mean one pedal until the end of the piece, but he's just basically telling you here instead of this kind of bright, so the piano actually functions not as something that connects the notes, but makes the sound a little more mellow. Here, although the middle voice is no longer staccato, but we should still be very careful with the voicing, not to overpower the top. And overall, this ballade number 3 is an ABA form. Yeah, this comes back in the middle, but within the A section, I also think it's an ABA. It's a smaller scaled ABA in the A section. So that's the A, and then that's the B. And then, of course, in around measure 24, the A section comes back. Something really important to point out in measure 32 is how we should be careful when the composer indicates different articulations in the piece. These are staccato, nothing, and then legato. Yeah, it's really such a nice transition to the B section, but he went from staccato to nothing, which is also its own separate articulation marking, and then to legato. And the middle section, it's very pretty. It's calm. He put una coda, so we have to use the soft pedal. And every time I play, of course, it's as different as difference can be. But this do remind me of maybe the texture. Yeah, I was one day joking with my wife. I said, if all the baby toy pays royalty to Brahms, right? Trying to put babies to sleep. Every toy has this lullaby in it, and he will probably be the richest composers. So here, reminds me of that. Maybe it's the rhythmic pattern, although it's in a different meter. And also the short, long, short, long, short, long, da, dum. So we have to really pay attention to this short, long, short, long, short, long. It's not long, short, long, short. It's not but here, when Mozart writes opera bass, he uses usually less than an octave. When Chopin writes opera bass, very often he does it within an octave and half, yeah, about a tenth, 11th. When Brahms did, it's a very simple. All single note, but he used 2 octaves. So he forced you or us to switch. Yeah. So when we switch, the hard thing is to keep it smooth. Yeah, we don't want to have accents. Make sure the left hand really, it's almost like you're playing on a silk or something. It's very, very smooth. And here he did remind us of the melody appeared in A section, but completely disguised with lyricism. Expressivo, long legato, as different as that can be. And I think this is thematic transformation, right? It cannot, it's the same material, same intervallic relation, same rhythm, but completely in a different character. And then the B finishes while the A section comes back. And the A section comes back mainly untouched. It's almost entirely the same. But one thing very, very important is towards the end, and I haven't really heard any student who did this right. The very end, here, we have the B flat D, followed by G in the right hand, and then it's a tie. We still should hold on to the right hand chord, because left hand is it's like a fleeting figure. But then the right hand, it's of course by this time it's already weak because it's piano, you have una coda, and it's lasted already for 2 measures. But still we should be able to hear the dying G minor chord held by the right hand, not by the pedal, because if we do the pedal, we hold everything. We want the left hand to go and still have the right hand. All right, I really hope that this tutorial, this series, will encourage more young pianists to start learning Brahms, to start learning the lyrical late pieces, to learn the sonatas, to learn the variations, because I really do think Brahms is, if not the best, but one of the top composers for piano music, although he did not write a lot, right? 3 sonatas, and then in the middle it's the variations, and then towards the end the character pieces, the intermezzos. But really every one of them are, best of the best. and the so-called not so good ones he burned. So he didn't leave any mediocre pieces in his opinion. Well, I hope this helps a little bit, and I will see you in the next episode.